Hello, today we're going to be talking about smart markers. Smart markers serve as a centralized location to store information specific to certain vehicles. For example, does this customer need a call by 2 o'clock to give them an update? Do you only have one alignment rack and need to make sure an alignment gets done within 90 minutes? Tired of the tech asking you where the wheel lock key is? Notate the location of the wheel lock key. Have a waiting customer and told them they'd be done within 2 hours? Waiting for parts from a vendor? Notate the date and the time that those parts are set to arrive. Each smart marker is displayed on a tile and then reflected on the technician's tablet. To start using smart markers, open up a tile and use the plus button at the bottom left corner. Once pressed, the smart marker pop-up will be displayed. You can add up to 4 smart markers on a given tile. The smart markers are categorized into 4 different sections: customer, vehicle, parts, and work order. There are 3 options for markers: configure a marker, which attaches it to a tile; edit a marker to change a marker; or if you're not seeing a marker that you want to use, you can click Add New. Let's go through the available smart markers you can create. We'll click on Add New. There are 6 different options of markers. The first option is Icon, where we're simply going to select an icon, give it a name, and give it a tooltip. All markers need a name and tooltip entered. The tooltip is simply the information displayed when you hover over the marker. Let's make an example to indicate that a customer has paid in advance. We'll select an icon from the icon library. There are 4 different categories, all with different icons. We provided a name. We added a tooltip for further clarification. We can add a color. You can either select from the pre-selected or use the color wheel. Now all we need to do is select a category. We can hit Add Marker, and that marker has now been successfully added to our Smart Marker library. The other 5 options are text. On a text marker, instead of showing an icon, you get to pick what the marker says. Combine allows you to add text and an icon, in case you want to combine both elements onto a smart marker. A countdown marker also has an icon, but has a counter value. Once a value is entered here, when this marker is added, this value will start to count down. Once it goes below the set time, it will start to flash. The specific time marker simply puts a time. Next, we have specific date and time. This marker is meant to be flexible, so all you need to do is add a name, and at the time when you add this marker, it will then ask you what date and time you want to set. One common use is to add a specific date and time marker for each one of your vendors. That way, when you order parts from a vendor, you can select the appropriate vendor, select the date and the time that part is set to arrive, and it will be displayed on the tile for both the advisor, other advisors, and the technicians to see. And to assign any of our markers that we've created, click on the desired marker, and click the Save button if you would like to add additional markers. And when you're complete, simply hit Save and Close. Newly added markers also create an alert for the technician, and are also displayed on that vehicle's tile. These markers are also visible when the tile is open, so the technician always has access to the markers you've applied. There are 2 additional tools you can use with smart markers. One is to have a smart marker triggered off of a can job. Once the icon is added, all we need to do is hit the can job button to select a job in the point of sale to trigger this marker. It is simply a keyword search. I can type in balance, hit search, add the can job or can jobs I would like to trigger this. Once added, you can close out of the can job search. And now we can see that the balance 4 tires can job will trigger this marker automatically when added to the repair order. The second tool you can do is have a smart marker assign a specific inspection sheet. Lastly, you can combine these 2 so that a labor line in your point of sale triggers a smart marker, which triggers an inspection. Once the smart marker is added, that labor line on the repair order on the tablet will display a link to go to the configured inspection. I recommend creating a labor line for each inspection type that you have. This is also the best way to assign multiple inspections to a vehicle. There are many default markers added on your Today's Vehicle page. If you want to remove them, simply hit Edit Marker and delete them if they are custom. If they are defaults, there will not be a trash can, so all you need to do is hit those selected markers and click Make Invisible in the bottom left. And in the case of a marker that you want to reapply, the next time this vehicle comes into the shop, You can make a marker permanent, so every time you write up this vehicle, the tile will automatically apply this marker every time. Most commonly used for wheel lock key location. Thanks for watching.